Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading today. My name is Colette and this is a reading for all Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Capricorn. And if you don't know where those placements are, there will be a free natal link in the description box down below for you Capricorn to go and check that out for yourselves. All you need is your date of birth, your time of birth and your place of birth. If you haven't already got your astrological chart, it is well worth doing, because then you can also check out the corresponding signs such as your moon or your rising. And particularly I would recommend Venus at this time, because this is a love reading for Capricorns and the person that they have their most strongest energetic heart connection with at this time. So thank you very much for coming over to view this reading and to listen to what I have to say. It's really nice to have you here, very much appreciated. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please could you do so, as it really helps me to build my channel, which is what I'm trying to do. So thank you very much to those of you who have already subscribed, and please, if you like my video, could you thumbs it up for me, because that really helps to get it out to the bigger YouTube world, where more people can see my my readings and hopefully come back and subscribe as well. There will be a subscription button either on the video itself or underneath the video, and of course if you tap the subscription button sorry, it opens up a bell, which will, that was a combination of button and bell there. There's probably going to be a lot of those happening because Mercury is moving into shadow, so just a little sidetrack there. But yeah, so the button will open up the bell, and the bell will let you know, if you tap it, as to when my videos are going to get put out. So yeah, as I was saying, Mercury moving into shadows, so complications with communication and all sorts of things are about to go awry when it comes to Mercury retrograde in Gemini. So in his home sign, communication is normally something that goes amiss when Mercury is retrograde, and when Mercury is retrograde in Gemini it could be even stronger. So be prepared for lots of kind of miswordings and miscommunications, etc. Anyway, back to your reading, Capricorn. First card that I have pulled for you, because I always take one card as an overall energy, and here we have the Ace of Cups, and it is upright, which is really interesting because the reading that I've just done for Sagittarius, his love reading, they also got the same card, but it was in reverse. So you may want to check out that reading, especially if you are a cusp energy of Capricorn, and I will explain more about that later. So the Ace of Cups is an energy of love. It's an energy of wanting something new, looking for something new, allowing something new into your life, just falling in love with possibly love itself, the idea of love, the feelings of love. It's wanting to be loved, wanting to give love, express love. But most of all, it is about wanting to feel deeply. That emotional satisfaction of being in love, which could be something that is happening for you at this time, Capricorn. So the cards are set out in 3 sets of 3. The first 3 is your past energy. It can be recent past, it can be past from childhood or anywhere in between, so to speak, but it's an energy that is still there. It's still kind of creating your present energy, and your present energy is going on to create your future energy. So the middle set of 3 cards is your present energy, and the last 3 cards are your future energy. And I will be using 2 decks of cards. As I said, the reading is for you and your person that you have the most connection with at this time, and you have at the bottom of this deck, which is the deck that I will be using for you, Capricorn, the Call card, which I will bring into the reading later, and the person who you're connecting with, the cross watcher, or the person who you do have this deep connection with. I will be using this deck of cards for yourselves, cross watchers. Just be aware that the reading itself could be swapped over if the cards feel more like your story the other way around. If that's the way it's resonating with you, then just cross it over and take it as it comes. So the first card on the table is the Ten of Earth here, which is a card completion. It's in reverse, but all the tens are an energy of something ending, something coming to a completion, but it's in reverse. So it does feel as though it was something that you didn't necessarily want an ending to. It could be a family situation. Not tens, but earth energy, coins, pentacles, is a energy of stability and success, reaching that point of success with the 10. But it's kind of saying that it could also be a stuck energy. There could also be an energy of kind of not knowing what to do after this occurred, after you reach that point of success on a sorry, I'm just going to move my light a bit because I think it's been twisted a wee bit. My daughter was in here earlier, so quite possible. Yeah, as I was saying, it could be an energy of getting to that stability, that security feeling, but at the same time doing it by yourself, being on your own here, not having anyone to share this with. So there's a sense of dissatisfaction as well, because it's like you've accumulated all of this kind of wealth, financial gain, possibly a business, possibly worked hard. It's like working hard at something, accumulating enough resources to feel this sense of stability, this sense of security, but at the same time not being totally happy with what you have here. Because after this we also have the Emperor card, which is in reverse as well. So again, there's this feeling of dissatisfaction. The Emperor has kind of created what he needed to create. He's created his empire, or you yourself, Capricorn, have created this empire, this like your own environment. It's very stable, secure, but at the same time it's not feeling like you are fully satisfied. It does feel very much like boss energy, like you have been this boss energy or authority figure. It could be mother, it could be a father energy here. But it's somebody who has been in charge, has been in control of their own life. But at the same time, it does feel as though there's this sense of something missing. A sense of unhappiness. Because after the Emperor, we also have the Page of Air as well. And so for me, the Page of Air is an energy of, particularly when it's in reverse, it's an energy of dissatisfaction. being closed off, closed down. Of not wanting to be open to ideas, new creative or thoughts. It could be that you became very kind of stuck, because these are all very fixed energies as well that are coming through here. It feels very fixed, very kind of, very like mind made up about something. Capricorn. Almost like a very stubborn energy, in fact, is what's coming through here. Somebody who is very strong-willed, determined. Could have been somebody who was very, very focused on career and just career. Like didn't have time for relationships, or, and if you did have relationships and they were very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? They were very short-lived, and you weren't really open to sharing with people. It's like you were very kind of closed off. You kept yourself hidden. Like nobody really knew the real you. It was all very, how can I put it? It was all very, I don't want to say frivolous. I don't think frivolous is the right word, especially when it comes to a Capricorn. Cloak and dagger, maybe, is actually what's coming through here. It was all kind of cloak and dagger energy, in the sense of you were always in control. But at the same time, it's like you weren't open. Your heart wasn't open. You were just looking for fun. You were just looking for somebody to kind of ease or pass the time with, even, is what's kind of coming through here, Capricorn. Nothing serious. Nothing serious. Nothing too involved. Like a love them and leave them energy is actually what I'm picking up here. Like you didn't have time. And interestingly, the words actually that came through to me earlier when I was doing my kind of meditation on the cards, the words that came through were open your eyes. So I don't know if that's going to make any sense to any Capricorns out there, but for me it was almost like open your eyes and see what's right in front of you. It was how it felt. And you have the 10 of water in your present energy here. In reverse, again, it's kind of going with this 10 of earth energy here as well. But it is a card of, in reverse, unhappiness, of not feeling emotionally complete, of not feeling as though you're, it's like on the surface, everything seems to be okay. But then deeper down, there's this sense of something, just something missing, like something isn't complete in you. And I'm not saying that you need somebody else to complete you, because I don't believe that that is true either. But there's just this, and the 5 of water as well is the center card here. in the deck, and for me it's the heart of the reading, the very center of the reading, because it's the energy that comes in and goes out. And there's actually, interestingly, this little curl on this card here, right in the very center. For me, that always looks like an eye. And then there's this heart shape here with this shell, which is kind of what's dragging her down. Doesn't have to be her, him, her, gender neutral. So there is this kind of sense of unhappiness. But of course we do have this Ace of Cups in the upright here. So it is saying that there is this new energy that is coming in, because all the aces are a new energy. But they do need some way of channeling that energy. Otherwise it would just kind of disappear. It would just fizzle out. It just goes nowhere and becomes nothing. So it's kind of giving you an opportunity to do something with that energy. And straight after the 5 of water, we have the 2 of water, which is saying to me that something new is coming in here. With the 10 of water here as well, there could be a time for letting go of something that has maybe in the past had an emotional impact on you. And maybe that's why you became so closed off to all of this energy. I decided not to take anything seriously. But again, with this 2 of fish here, these flowers, the very center of those flowers always look like eyes to me as well. I don't know if you can see that, little eyeballs in the center of those flowers there. But the 2 of cups, or the 2 of water, implies that there is a situation of something, as I was saying, something new coming into your life, like somebody stepping into your pond, so to speak, that you are starting to take notice of. Somebody who's kind of caught your attention. Somebody who you would like to get to know more. It's like that initial attraction. Of when you first meet somebody and you think to yourself, ah, yeah, I want to get to know that person more. But it feels more than these other, like, past energies here, where you didn't have time, or you didn't want to put in the time and the effort and the energy, that you wanted to kind of keep yourself to yourself. It was much more a time of staying in the dark in a way, staying behind or even playing a role on some level. A time of non-attachment is how it feels. But that could be disappearing, because after the after the 2 of Cups, we have the King of Cups. And he's upright. If you see here, he's got this little fish that his hand is kind of, he's holding his hand out as if he's welcoming this fish into his world. As if he wants to take care of this fish. He wants to love this fish, nurture this fish. It's bringing out, it feels like, Capricorn, this softer side of yourself that you may have been keeping hidden. Is kind of how it's feeling. That everything else was kind of based or very much kind of, so it should be up that way, based around the physical world, your physical needs, your financial gain. But after the King of Water, who is a very caring, very nurturing, very compassionate energy, an energy of putting other people's needs or desires before your own, even here, Capricorn, but you are still a bit guarded here. There is a strong attraction between the two of you, like this magnetic pull, like something tugging at your heart that you can't deny, but you're still kind of in that space of not really knowing if it's the right thing for you to do or not. But the Queen of Fire is very magnetic. Her personality is very fiery, very exuberant, very warming, very charming. Very soothing. I don't know if I said soothing, but soothing as well, and very loyal. It's also a very loyal energy, the Queen of Wands. When she gives her heart away, she finds it very, very difficult to break that bond, shall we say. So it feels, Capricorn, at this time, although it's because it's in reverse, that you're still kind of holding back here. But it has kind of illuminated your heart. If you see there behind the candle, there is this red heart. So it's like it's kind of igniting something, it feels like, inside you that you're possibly not being able to. And this is where I'm going to bring the Cool card in as well, which is the Judgment energy. But it's almost like you can't ignore it, even though this is in reverse as well. And I feel it is because you are trying to ignore it. It kind of reminds me of this energy here, in fact, with this Page of Air and the Cool energy. Very similar looking cards, like the younger version of this energy. The Judgment card is about forgiveness. It is also about letting things go from the past, releasing, calling the dead up to rise so that you can release and forgive and move on. And talking of moving on, straight after the Queen of Fire, we have the Fool energy. Again, I'm going to put that around the right way because I don't like looking at it the wrong way around. So the Fool energy is also in reverse. So you could be feeling as though you're, like I was saying, this kind of need to move on, to take a leap of faith, to trust where this is taking you. Because he too has this kind of trumpet here. If you see, he's got this long trumpet in this card that he's playing here. and the Fool has a little round trumpet or a horn. And it's like this archway is actually behind this Fool here as well. I don't know if you can see that. There's a kind of like almost like an energetic energy of an archway kind of being created. As he's blowing this horn, he's kind of creating this energetic archway, which for me, arches are always about moving out of a past energy and into a future energy, a new energy, a new doorway. So you're not sure at this time, I feel, Capricorn, whether it's the right thing to do or not. Whether it's the right thing to take a chance, possibly on this new opportunity that is coming in for you. And I feel as though it's already there. I feel as though you're already aware of this feeling. You're already aware of this person. But it's also, it could also be literally that you don't want to feel foolish. That if you do take this risk, if you do open your heart up to this person with this Queen of Wands here, if you do give them an opportunity and a chance, will they take care of your heart? Or will they just lead you down a path that has like a dead end and leave you feeling foolish? But there is this stirring, this strong stirring of it just feels like wanting to open up to this, in fact, is how it's coming through. And the Crosswatcher card at the bottom of the deck has the Knight of Swords. So they may be, for some of you, they may be coming in really quickly, because the Knight of Swords does not hold back. The Knight of Swords, all about communication, all about saying how he feels, expressing himself or herself. Very openly, very honestly. Very, yeah, it could almost take you aback in a way at how open and honest this person may be. So let's see. So over the Ten of Earth, they have the Hermit energy. So they could have almost kind of, it feels like they could have also, in a way, taken themselves off the shelf, so to speak. That they too have been through quite a intense, like self-analysis. And again, because it's in reverse, it could have been something, a situation that kind of forced them into this energy, force them to look at themselves, force them to take a deeper look at their patterns, repeating habits. It's a shining a light on a situation that you don't necessarily want to look at. And you also have a similar kind of light behind your head here. And over the top of the Emperor, this person has the Nine of Pentacles, also in reverse. So I feel as though they too have been through this kind of struggle. Something to do with their self-worth. It could also be to do with money issues. Nine of Pentacles is about self-worth, it's about self-value. And this could have been what they kind of have been looking at here with the Hermit energy. That they have been taking a deeper look at themselves, who they are. What is it that they lack? And they could have been very focused on the lack of whatever it was that they too were wanting in their life as well. With the Nine of Pentacles as well, it can be an energy of looking, and particularly when it's in reverse, of looking at things in a way of still having so far to go. Because the 9 is so close to this 10 energy of kind of reaching that point of success. But then again, there's also what is success? What does it mean to you? How do you view this success? This person may be looking more at how far they believe they had to go, or they were, rather than seeing what was around them. What they did have, what they had achieved. And dwelling kind of on what they hadn't achieved yet. And because they were dwelling on that energy, it could have been a sense of not feeling as though they were valuable enough, that they weren't enough as a person, that they didn't deserve to reach that point of success. Because they also have the Four of Rods in reverse as well. So this person could well have been in a marriage that didn't work out. they could have had this stability. This person that is coming into your life could have had a long-term relationship or commitment to somebody that they also had to leave behind, and that was what was kind of causing their lack of self-worth. It feels like it wasn't a very healthy relationship. Like it didn't build this person up, this relationship. It wasn't a relationship of equal like this person could have been put down a lot by the person that they were in a relationship with. Whoever their partner was not very, I want to say kind, but it's more than just kind. It feels more like a sense of belittling this person in a way. And they have the Page of Rods over the Ten of Water. Your Ten of Water, they have the Page of Rods energy. So it feels to me on some level that this person is starting to, because it's a page, they're starting to get their personality back. They're starting to become themselves again. They're kind of finding their voice again. They're finding their feet. They're finding where they fit in. They're finding their joy. It could be that this person is a fire sign. It does relate to Aries, Leo, and whoops, I'm dropping it, and Sagittarius energy, which is very exuberant, very creative, very giving. But it feels as though this person is just kind of becoming themselves again. They're just finding their, like their inner fire is kind of being kindled again after a time of feeling defeated. Over the top of your Five of Water, we have the Magician, and the Magician is kind of in reverse, saying that there is confusion here, manifestation or manifesting, but this person is confused. They're not necessarily sure what they're manifesting or how they're going to manifest it, but they know they want to manifest something. But they're not quite sure how to go about it. They may not even be aware of the fact that that's what they're doing. But that's kind of, I feel, what's coming from this Page of Rods. It's like now that they've kind of found their fire, their spirit, their inner being again. They're in this place of manifesting something, but because it's a page energy, it's a young energy, they're not quite sure. And they may, as I was saying, they may not even know that that's what they're doing, that they are manifesting. So there could be a sense of confusion for this person here as well. This person has got a very kind of positive outlook back again, it feels like. They've got this exuberant energy, this enthusiasm, if nothing else. that is what they have, and that is what they are manifesting with. Like I said, they may not be aware that that's what they're actually doing. Is that they want something, but they may not be 100% certain about what that something is. But we have the Justice card over the top of this Two of Water energy here. Over the initial attraction between the two of you. The Justice card in reverse. It could be that at this time there is something that's holding things back, that's not allowing this connection to come together. That this person is having to go through the law courts, especially if it is a divorce type of situation. Or a situation, a separation, a commitment with somebody that they have been involved with for quite some time, with this Four of Rods as well. And they may be feeling as well that it's not in their favour, it's not going to be in their favour. Whatever the outcome of this is going to be. Of this decision, this lawful decision. And they may also be very focused on that at this time, rather than being able to be in a relationship at this time. And also because of the manifesting energy that they're not aware, it could also be that they are manifesting this sense of justice. Again, it could also have something to do with this lack of self-belief in themselves, their own self-worth. That if they're coming from this energy of lack of self-belief and they're manifesting. It could still be manifesting something that isn't for their benefit. Or they may be believing that this isn't going to be for their benefit, this relationship, because they too may have gone through a difficult separation. And because of the Page of Rods there as well, it doesn't feel as though they are in a place of strength at this time. It's like they are getting that inner fire back, or that inner person, their personality, who they really are, but it's kind of been subdued and kept down. But it's still a young energy. It's a bit like a child type energy in a way. That needs to grow, it needs to mature. So at this time they're not really coming from a place of full strength. So they may not be, like I was saying, aware of what they are doing here. But the Justice card is very much about karmic events, about karmic reaction. It's about literally like whatever happened in the past, you can't change that situation. And so the past energy has created the present energy. So for me, the Justice card is kind of saying that whatever has happened, the outcome has already in many ways been decided because of the karmic how can I put it, the karmic dues, I suppose, that you have to pay. The decision, when you set that into motion, whatever was set into motion at that time, the outcome can't be changed either. And for some of you, this could be about the person that you have been in a connection with. Where you are separating from this person. But it feels more as though this is to do with you and another person who you are connecting with, who's also going through, or is going through, a separation at this time. So it's like they're available, but they're not available, if you know what I mean. Which is kind of similar to your energy, I feel, Capricorn, previously, where you were available but not available. Emotionally, you weren't available. So over the top of the King of Water, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And this is really lovely energy together, because the Queen of Pentacles just wants to nurture, take care, They're very homely people, Pentacle energy. It's very homely, very, again, it's very warming, it's very motherly in that sense. They're very kind of connected to health and the idea of food being something that they can enjoy. Queen of Pentacles is very much to do with all the pleasures, all the sensual pleasures. And the King of Water, like, it's like water and earth kind of go really well together, because it's like the water soaks into the earth somehow, and the earth is very receptive to it. So it feels like a very nurturing relationship. On like both sides, very nurturing, very kind of mature in a way as well, and stability, like security, knowing what you need. Taking care of all your physical needs while you kind of feed, almost feels like feeding each other's soul is what's coming through here. So you could be dealing with another earth sign Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn energy. But the Queen of Fire here and the Three of Cups in reverse. For me, the Three of Cups coming after the Two of Water can be a card of, although it can be celebratory, and it's often seen as reconciliation on something. For me, I also see it as that time where you have to decide whether or not you're going to do something with this relationship. Are you going to put your time and your energy and your effort into this relationship? Are you going to take it that step further? As in, is it going to become a relationship? Or is it time to take a backward step? Is it time to break away? And I think that's what's coming in the future. It's almost like a and maybe this is why I was getting kind of open your eyes and like look and see what's around you, see what you've got kind of message. Because it almost feels like a sense of mutual agreement that it would be better to not take this any further. Even though I feel as though there's a deep connection here, and it could be because there is this deep connection, because you feel strongly for each other, that there could be this fear of opening your heart here, Capricorn, and getting hurt. And for this person as well, there could be the fear of kind of is this a rebound? Am I diving into something too soon? Is this just is this the right thing for me to be doing? Am I rebounding? Do I need to think about this longer? Yeah. Okay, so we have the Three of Rods and we have the Three of Swords over the top of this Fool energy. So the Three of Rods is an energy of in reverse, and with the Three of Swords in reverse as well, it feels as though it's an energy of saying goodbye to something. Especially with this Three of Cups in reverse as well. And with this Fool energy. Of almost, something almost coming together here. Something almost starting a new journey together. But I feel as though this person is not ready. It just feels as though they're not ready. And that they kind of know that they're not ready as well. They know they've still got healing to do here. And so with the Three of Rods in reverse, if you can see, there's these boats here on the water, and it kind of feels as though this is them kind of watching you departing, and it is with a heavy heart. Sorry, it was up that way. It is with a heavy heart. It's not an easy decision. But it feels as though this person isn't ready at this time, Capricorn, to go down that route, to open themselves up. Is how it's coming through. So let's see what the advice or the message for you is here, Capricorn. Impatience. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. So maybe there is going to be a delay. Maybe there is a need to be patient and not to try and make something happen before it's too soon. And maybe it's a case of adversity being a better thing, if you know what I mean, like the adverse situation, even though this isn't the situation that you would hope for in that sense. It could just be that patience is needing to be had here. So let's see what the Angel Guide Oracle has for you, Capricorn, as well at this time. There's quite an energy that is quite kind of subdued. It's quite kind of, it feels quite like quite a low energy. self-acceptance. It came out in reverse as well, so I shall read both parts of it. When these cards come out in reverse, it means that the message in reverse is much more important. So take notice of the reverse reading especially. So self-acceptance, again, it's kind of going with this Nine of Pentacles energy that I was talking about earlier, which was also in reverse as well. So for this person, Capricorn. But I do feel as though you just want to kind of look after and take care of them. And be there for them. Even if it's just as a shoulder to cry on. Okay, so self-acceptance. Your message. You are making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Take a moment to look at yourself through the loving eyes of Mother, Father, God, and appreciate how far you've come. Which I was saying about this card here, that this person doesn't see how far they have come. All the adversity you've faced and the person you are today. That's what I was saying about adversity as well. I had a feeling about adversity for some reason. So angels are wrapping their wings around you. Sorry about that glare. And encouraging you to see what they see. That's interesting as well, because that's the message I got. Open your eyes. Look around you. And they see you as perfect, just the way you are. If your confidence has dropped recently, or you've not been as positive as you'd like to have been, change that now by giving yourself credit where it is due. Maybe you've discovered that negative talk and thoughts aren't working for you. This is a time to try loving yourself instead. To get started, try speaking to yourself more respectfully and giving yourself some leeway and some time to change. This could also be your energy as well, Capricorn. So the extended message is, when this card appears, know that your self-esteem and confidence have taken some knocks over the years, and you have had thoughts that are no longer serving you. But your angels want nothing more than for you to be happy. That's what I felt this was, this letting go of negative situations, bringing the ghosts up to rise so that you can release them, let them go, forgiveness. But your angels want nothing more than for you to be happy and at peace, and they are drawing close now to help restore your confidence in yourself. You have the ability to live a life that you love, but to experience that fully, you have to recognize that you are worthy of it. So take some time today to realize that heaven loves you unconditionally, and then take small steps to loving yourself the same way. The outer world you experience is a mirror of the conversations you have on the inside with yourself. So align them with love. Which is what this card is saying here. This energy of allowing that love, feeling that love. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave your reading here and say that I hope that it has been of some help to you. I hope that you have found something in it that has been of some benefit. If you have, please could you thumbs it up, like I was saying earlier. Also, subscribe again if you haven't already subscribed. That would be really appreciated. More people on my channel, the bigger it will grow, more the messages will get out there as well. So also, if you want to share this video, if you know anybody you think who will benefit from it, please also feel free to do so. There is a playlist as well on my channel of all the new moon and full moon videos that I do, as well as all of the sun signs. I also do the astrology for the moons as well, so you'll find both those videos on the channel as well under the playlist. There is no time or dates on my readings because crap happens all the time, and it's just one of those things. If you resonate with the titles, which for me are more important, then if it feels like your reading, then it is your reading at any particular time. So with all that being said, I'm going to say thank you very much again, Capricorn, for listening, and take really good care of yourself, and please take care of anybody else around you who you can at this time. Hopefully see you again soon.